We've proven that Henry County Schools is better when we all work together.
The past 18 months have represented the most exceptionally rewarding, exceptionally challenging, and exceptionally pivotal times in our school district's history. Each and every moment experienced is a key reminder of what makes Henry County Schools so great, our people, and propels us forward in pursuit of exceptional for our students, our teachers, our leaders, our families, and our community, and our board. Every journey has a starting point, or at least a moment that people look back on as the kickstart moment. After a year of incredible growth and achievement in the classroom, thanks to teachers and students, coupled with the Board of Education leading with a unified governance framework consisting of core beliefs and commitments, strategic priorities, and a newly adopted plan of action, Henry County Schools was celebrating in the fall of 2019 being the fastest improving and nearly highest achieving district in the metro Atlanta region. A feat this grand called for a dedicated day of celebration proclaimed by the Board of Education and joined in recognition by various government, civic, and business entities around the county. This was a rewarding moment, a celebratory moment, an emotional moment, for it represented the impact teachers, leaders, and support staff in Henry County Schools have on the learning and lives of our exceptional youth. And it represented a turning point in our pledge that the best possible place for an education was and would continue to be in Henry County Schools.
I was proud to be a part of a community of success. I was proud to celebrate the school system that serves as the backbone of success in our community.
I was thankful to be a part of this effort to empower our leaders to support learning at the highest levels and help our students achieve.
I was energized, excited, and proud of our teachers, our kids, and what we, together, proved was possible.
I was grateful for the adults who poured so much into my learning so I could be successful.
The growth and the celebration were enhanced by many other marquee moments in our schools and our county. Momentum, a powerful force, was most definitely on our side. You would be hard-pressed to find a more positive trajectory in public education. Henry County Schools was a shining example of a school district on the right track for students. Harnessing this momentum around the end of 2019 and the beginning of 2020 carried the Board of Education and school district into the early stages of development of what ultimately rounds out a board's governance framework, the 5-year strategic plan. This final piece is the board's compass and strengthens the foundation built on a multitude of diverse voices participating in the visioning process. Thousands of voices from all corners and sectors of the school community ensured the end result would be inclusive of every perspective, making up one of the fastest growing counties in Georgia and the nation. Families and businesses, school leaders and teachers, internal and external stakeholders, elementary students through high school seniors, every language, culture, and age, all represented.
It says something positive about the direction and inclusiveness of an organization when they actively see everyone's input as a guide to their work. I truly feel our voices matter.
Leadership voices matter.
Las voces de los papás son importantes.
Teacher voices matter.
My voice matters.
My voice matters.
My voice matters.
And then, education as we knew it changed overnight.
To date, the Department of Public Health has not seen a concern for our Henry County schools to adjust our daily operations as a school district.
After the governor's press conference yesterday, Henry County Schools decided to begin remote learning and close school campuses and district facilities on Monday, March 16th.
Momentum. Momentum on growth, on continuous improvement, on community connectivity, and especially on a strategic plan to guide the future of the district. All halted for what was once thought to be only 2 weeks. No one knew it would be much longer than that.
It was a hectic time, no doubt, for everyone. Most parents aren't equipped to take on the expanded role we found ourselves in at home, being a parent while also being teachers of aid of sorts. But it was great to see how much the district and schools did to support virtual learning. There were so many districts around us struggling, but with personal computers for our students, there were ample online resources, reading and literacy programs, physical fitness activities, and even redesign of the school meal delivery model. Era bien notable.
This forced and, at the time, unknown conclusion to virtual learning wasn't completely void of positive, transformational moments. There were so many memorable moments provided thanks to remarkable educators.
Come through, you and you help Habitat for Humanity and dying children too.
Wired up.
With the end of a normal school year in a state of flux, Henry County Schools did everything it could to provide a proper closure to this unforgettable school year with traditional celebrations of progression to the next grade level. While planning for these events seemed to energize the community, the unfortunate and tragic loss of life through social injustices was rocking our country to its core. No community was insulated from the abhorrent actions that took place and the reactions that ensued. It was a pivotal moment, not just in the nation, but in our community and schools too.
Our belief in the capability, yes, the life-changing, history-making, world-impacting capability of every child. I have searched deeply in my soul. I've wanted to be more of me and less of me all at once. What I do know is that I adore and believe in young people. I value and love our team of employees. And I care about our community with my entire being. When there is hurt, I hurt. And I resolve to do anything in my power to bring healing, hope, and courage.
Pandemics, social injustices, and unrest. There was no forgetting or erasing these moments, but once again, resolve and hope can be found in our students. Our district was finally able to round out the 2019-20 school year with the most memorable of events for our seniors, graduation.
You just have to look inside yourself and better you first, so then we can better the world.
To break barriers. In a time such as this, we don't have to make each other feel inferior or isolated.
Remember to do it with unity, grit, helpfulness, and self-respect, as that is the Wolverine way.
In that history textbook that in the end it says, "But we won." Thank you, class of 2020. I love you all.
I was glad to be able to celebrate the end of the school year and couldn't wait to get back to regular school for the next year. The way things ended in 2020 were really tough.
Attention now shifted to the 2020-21 school year. The start date had been approved 2 years prior, but COVID-19 showed little regard for pre-approved start dates. It couldn't derail a planned return to on-campus learning after all that had been experienced the school year before, could it?
I believe we have tried every single possible scenario to prepare and plan to allow for campuses to be open. At this time, the conditions of COVID-19 are just not making that possible. The most responsible next step that I can recommend is that not only do we delay a start till August 17th, but we go virtual only until further notice. We care deeply about the experience school provides for children and families, and we will not rest until you can expect exceptional in any way we can deliver it. Mr. Chair, that concludes what I have prepared, and I turn it back over to you for any discussion.
While there was a shift in operations as experienced in the spring, this latest closure was an even heavier lift and shift in educational delivery. The resiliency and ideas, though, shone even brighter than before.
Educators will stop at nothing to show just how much they care for their students. It is why we chose
this career. We had to find new delivery models and outreach strategies, new creative ways to deliver content,
and try new platforms to capture our students' work and keep learning going.
Come on, guys, get moving. It's going to be the best day ever.
When the school year finally started on August 17th, it wasn't how anyone could have imagined it just 5 months prior. There would be a remote virtual launch, followed by a phased, gradual, and staggered return to on-campus learning for families wanting this option. The volatility of a school year manifested month after month, fueled by the unpredictability of a still very present pandemic, rested like a gray cloud over school districts.
Wrong way signs here, our two-way signs here, so it pretty much gives everybody a good direction of where they're supposed to go.
We suffered loss, experienced pain like no other, and felt immense emptiness through our community's grieving. But emerging through this dark time was the hope and spirit that was found in the arrival of spring. Our district became the only school district to provide a close-point distribution site to administer COVID-19 vaccines, helping to vaccinate over 2,200 of our staff, our private school educators, and daycare providers. Our board was honored and a new member was welcomed to the team. Teachers were recognized for their heroic efforts. Students and their success was celebrated. Evidence and belief emerged that we would finish this year stronger than when we began.
An organization that can manage a crisis and come out stronger, that's an organization I want to be a part of.
Through managing the intensity of a crisis, we never lost sight of kids and the necessity to plan for their future.
We could have folded, but we stood tall.
We could have been distracted, but we remained focused.
We could have said it was too difficult, but we found a way to make it happen.
We succeeded because we all pulled together.
The Henry County School story, our story, is adaptable, resilient, and inspiring. It is the story of our future, a journey to experience in pursuit of exceptional. And our pursuit continues.